Welcome to the 2019 men's soccer season preview presented by Hampton Inn, and we're talking with Parkside men's soccer head coach and Hall of Famer Jason Zitzke, who is now in his 9th season at the helm, 20th season with the program. And Coach, thanks for your time. And you go back to last fall, team went 9-7-1. How would you go about characterizing and summarizing what happened last fall?
I think the season was kind of broken down into three sections. So, the first 2 weekends when we played our non-conference opponents, it was kind of an up and down. We were 2-2 heading into the regular season, and then we had a pretty good run. For the first time in the GLIAC, probably we were an unknown commodity. We had a good run, and then towards the end of the season, I think we just kind of faded a little bit down the stretch and had a really tough loss in the semifinal of the GLIAC championship. And knocked us out, and that team ended up winning the championship and going on to the NCAA tournament. So it was kind of three sections, a tough start, a really good middle part of the season, and then a difficult finish.
Lucky Purpa, certainly when you look at a stat sheet, stands out. Another impact season when you look at the attack, 7 goals, 9 assists. What did you see out of Lucky last year? Maybe what do you anticipate from him now in his senior year?
I would say the same thing that we're looking from everybody, including myself. Growth. I think that's. I really, we don't talk about like this a goal as far as things we want to improve on, but for him specifically things that he needs to work on and get better. And I would say that again for myself, for the team. I think those are some of the most important things. Is just every day in practice, off the field, strength training, everything that we're doing. These guys need to grow and improve, and if we do that each day to the next. I think we'll have a good season.
Another guy, though, I do want to point out, though, is Jack Mittelstadt, who only played in 11 games last year, but he, again, also enhanced the attack. What did you see from him last year?
He was a guy who, he came in late and was kind of a surprise. Didn't know if he was going to redshirt in the beginning, and, just kind of he brought something a little bit different, and he was a catalyst, kind of came in and, different parts of games was like this guy off the bench and, just provided something different. I think, he has some unique abilities and he just provided that boost. I think that was, towards the middle of the season where, the ups and downs of the season, I think he was one of those guys that came in and gave us a little spurt.
You bring back your starting goalkeeper in Juan Gonzalez. He's among a number of seniors and juniors on the active roster. How excited are you about the experience that does in fact return?
I think, it's year to year. Again, last year we did some nice things and we improved from the season before, but I think every year is, it's its own season and you have to look at it that way and not think about what you did last year. And, Lecky had a really good season and Juan and some other guys that were, I think that was, due to the team's success. We, had a good season. Could have been great, but it was a good season. I think a lot of guys were rewarded for how the team did, and Lecky, had a very nice year, and so did Juan in the back. And again, looking for those guys to take the next step as seniors. This is their last go around, so that's what we're looking for out of them.
When you look at the incoming class, about 8 or so part of this recruiting class, what can you tell us about some of the newcomers? Again, what you anticipate or expect from the newcomers?
Each person is different, and for me, I remember coming in, it was a long time ago, but I think you just have to take it day to day. You just, try to hit that, first practice, keep things simple, not try to do too much. I think that's it's an exciting part of our team. We've got about a third of the roster will be new players, but it's how quickly can you mesh, and it's difficult when you have, a big group like that and some transfers that are also coming in with 20 plus returning players. It's going to be a real battle to see who gets on the field, and every practice should be great to see guys are jockeying for positions or playing time or just to get on the bus when we travel. So I think that part of it will be exciting.
So based on last season, based on the spring, we talk about experience, but what do you see as being, maybe outside of experience, strengths of this team, but also what's the focus for this team?
I feel like the strength of the team is how close they are, and I think that to me, no matter what you're doing, if you believe in the people that you're around, that you're working with, that you're on the team with, I think great things can happen. I think they really have. We actually have I said this last year, we have cousins and brothers and all that on the team, and I think that's something that they really strive to have, is that the family type atmosphere. So that as far as that, I think that's going to be a big factor for our season.
To wrap it all up, the season will get underway on September 5th. The conference opener on September 20th. What do you make of the schedule this year? And then even from a conference standpoint, who you see as being some of the teams to beat?
I think, whether it's the preseason matches that we have, or the non-conference or regular season, they're all difficult. I don't want to put any team above any other. I think just like I said, this is a new year. We have to prove who we are this year. Last year doesn't matter. It's who we are this season. I think every game that we have on our schedules is going to be difficult. So I'm excited about that as well.
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot for your time. Best of luck this season.
Thank you very much.